everyone, it is Nancy Taylor here from HeyNancyTaylor.com, and on this channel you will see videos all about teaching online, growing your brand, and becoming the best version of you. And in today's video we are going over 6 steps to build your own business as an online educator. So many of you responded to a previous video where I was asking you about content you would like to see, and I kept seeing I would love to know how to go independent, how to build my own brand, how to build a YouTube channel. And so I thought that going over these 6 steps would be helpful for you to see the big picture on where do you get started? Like, how do you do that? So let's jump into this video with these 6 steps to build your own online business. As I give you each step, I'm also going to share examples, and I think that those are going to really reiterate what I'm trying to explain, and I love examples. I know that many of you like to see examples as well. So number 1 is to know your expertise. This is a point in time where you can sit down, brainstorm, write down what are your strengths, what are you good at, what are your talents that you have. Ask those around you. Oftentimes those around you will tell you what is your superpower, what's your zone of genius. You can even take the time to send out a survey. Maybe you already have an audience that you're wondering what kind of sets me apart, what's something that others are attracted to, what are the questions that they're asking you, what do you get asked consistently that is your go-to expert zone of genius. So we first need to dive into what can you offer and teach others how to do. That's step number 1. Maybe for your zone of genius, you're an online educator and your hallmark to your teaching is engagement. And so you could teach others how to keep class engaging. Or perhaps you are very organized. You could teach others how to stay organized. Maybe it's outside education and you help busy moms do workouts. How do they fit them in? How do you put them in your schedule, get the biggest bang for your buck? That could be what you're an expert in because you've had to learn how to do it yourself. And so you've built the skills and the expert know-how, and of course you can continue to better yourself in your expertise, continue to study and learn so that you can offer that value to your current or future audience. Let's look at an example of a teacher who teaches others how to do writing, and she teaches other educators how to make their writing exciting and fun. She targets mainstream classroom teachers, and she offers an online course to educate them and teach them what she's an expert in, and she's been wildly successful. Step number 2 is get clear on who and what. Who do you want to serve and what specific problem do you want to solve? I want to ask you a couple questions that I think will help you clarify exactly what that one thing is, because we often have too many ideas or not enough. We're thinking, I'm not an expert in anything. You are. I know you are. Or maybe you have so many ideas. Narrow it down to one. That's my biggest advice, is pick 1. Let me ask you the questions. So number 1, do you want to serve educators? Is that the audience that you want to serve? Or maybe you want to help busy moms? Or is it teachers? So write that specific audience. Is it male teachers? Maybe it is educators that want to build a brand. That's the specific audience that I serve. Think about the specific person, like write their name down. Create this avatar of a person with their name, their age, their gender, their interests, what accounts do they follow on Instagram, what people do they follow on YouTube, what content are they listening to. You need to get very clear on that one person you're trying to serve. And then the second thing that you need to figure out is, now how do you help them? What specific problem do you want to solve? So to brainstorm a couple ideas, do you want to help them to get a job? Maybe you are an online ESL teacher and you're helping them to join a company you teach for. Or maybe you want to help them to accomplish a specific skill. Maybe they're not getting bookings and you could help them to build a full schedule. Or perhaps you're trying to help an educator that wants to start teaching independently and you want to show them how you were able to do that. What's a specific problem? And sometimes we don't feel like we're expert enough in the specific problem. As long as you know 10% more, then you're going to help them get there faster. You're going to help them get from point A to point B quicker. Do not question if you have to have 5 years under your belt and have made it. I think that holds a lot of educators back from stepping into their expertise or stepping into that role of an authority in a topic. And the way that you get better at it is to continue to learn, continue to teach. The best way to learn is to teach. And so you start teaching it. You're going to do research as you create your content. You're going to do research as you create your offer and your materials. But just know that you don't have to be at this elite status to be able to help others to accomplish that same thing something that you've been able to. Don't question your expertise. You got this. To give an example, this is teacher Sarah, and she has a YouTube channel that helps others declutter. Her channel is specifically for getting rid of things, moving to minimalism, and she calls her channel and her brand is Abundantly Minimal. So I love that each step has intention, and she is saying that you're going to build abundance by getting rid of stuff, and teaches this over and over, the same concept. So she's serving that same audience member that's feeling overwhelmed, or they don't know where to start to get rid of things. So they come to her channel and her resources, her products, to learn how to do that and to master that one pain point. How do we solve this one problem? She could even get even more specific and say she helps busy moms or online educators get organized. It's so nice to know that when you get started, you want to really niche down to blow up. You want to get very specific. So not just I help others to solve this problem. Who's others? Be specific. Busy moms that have children under 5 years. Like super specific, because then you are the go-to for that specific audience. Niche down to blow up. Number 3 is you get to step into creating a personal brand. Now, when I say the word brand, you may be thinking of your colors, your color scheme, or what type of images will be on your Instagram account. Yes, you do want everything to look cohesive and come together, but when I say personal brand, I'm speaking about you. What do you represent? What are the values that you show up? And that attracts a specific type of person. How you show up and what you're doing for your specific audience member. So I love these questions. I saw this in a Sending Letter Doozy video, and she highlights the book. I'm gonna read it off my notes. It's the book Blue Ocean Strategy. And the first question is, what are you made fun of for? Kind of a crazy question, but I liked these 3 questions. What are you made fun of for? And if you think about it, my answer to this was I was always called the obnoxious child, and that is your superpower. I came to find that, wow, that's why I had the hallmark of being very engaging with my online students, very engaging in my content and how I'm able to present myself on camera. I would say that that's a skill that I've been able to attract others with that skill. It also is not everyone's favorite. Other people are not attracted to it. And that's great because I want to attract the specific type of person. That is my superpower. And so they will be attracted to someone that maybe is more mellow, and like they come and they feel, oh, I'm so comfortable when I listen to your voice or how you explain things. That might be the teacher that they follow because that's what they're attracted to. So you don't attract everyone with your superpower. Your superpower attracts the type of person that you can best serve because they get you, they like your teaching style. So that's your superpower. The second question is, what things are you attracted to in other people? And when I think of these qualities, I think humility. I think of those that are hardworking, go-getters, that stick to their values and their standards. They follow their faith. These are all things that you want to attract. Those are your values. Those are the things that you want to represent, and by representing those, you attract them back. So what are the specific values that you want to represent? The question was, what things are you attracted to in other people? And some other words too that I liked were successful, charity, compassion. There's a good list that you can create of the values you want to represent. And the third question is, what are the qualities that make you mad in other people? So what things do you not like? And this could be when they're self-centered or maybe not transparent, dishonest. These are the qualities that you want to polarize or you want to push away. You do not want to attract these things. You don't want to represent them with your brand. A couple other: mean, jealousy. You want to polarize those characteristics. The example I have for building a personal brand, I came across this channel. I believe her name is Thariah. I hope I said it right, but I love her personal brand. She has a channel that is of strangers built for strangers. Wait, what? She interviews strangers and she'll ask them very deep questions, and it's almost like it unites you because you are able to see how we all have those commonalities regardless of race, age, gender, all of those things. You're able to recognize their similarities and it's relatable. You can relate to these strangers. It opens up a conversation that I love. I love her brand. It's grown so quickly because it's not about her as the face of the brand, but she highlights these strangers. Like, it's about her audience, and I think her brand's beautiful. I'll leave it linked below. All of these examples I'll leave linked below. Step number 4 is to build weekly content. So your weekly content, you want it to be searchable and you want it to be solving a specific problem for your audience. So since we did steps 1 through 3 and we have that clarity on what are we an expert in, who are we serving and how are we serving them, and then we have that clarity on our personal brand, what do we represent, now we're ready to make our content. And searchable content is on YouTube, that's owned by Google. So when you type it into Google, it pops up. Blogs pop up if you type them into Google. A podcast, as long as you transcribe and have it housed on a website. Also, if you choose to do an Instagram account, there's so many users on Instagram that they can find your account with hashtags. They can't Google and it will pull up, but there's still enough users that you can gain an audience and traction. Also the same with Facebook. There's so many users on that platform that you can still cultivate an audience even though it's not searchable on Google. I'm a huge fan of YouTube. That's how my entire business has taken off and grown, but you have to put in that work for weekly content and make sure it's searchable, meaning that I'm putting titles that people would type into Google. How to film an intro video, how to make your first YouTube video, how to build a business, 6 steps to build a business for online educators. What are people Googling? They're not Googling, they're not going on there and saying vlog 2019 Taylor family. They are not looking for that. That video will not pop up in their feed. It will only show to those that are already subscribed. So when you are making sure that your content is searchable and consistent, you will see growth and you will start to build that audience and that following. It takes time. It's not one of those that's a get rich quick. It's gonna happen overnight. You build your brand over time. And it's nice because you can also pivot, adjust, change as you learn and as you grow. But keep in mind the big picture. What's that big value that you want to represent? It goes back to that steps 1, 2, and 3. When you gain that clarity on who you're serving, who you're attracting, and how are you helping them, because it is so rewarding. It's not going to be all rewarding if you make $1 million business and that's it. You're just generating income. What if you're able to take that income and serve others and teach others how to replicate that same system? That's where it's going to be fulfilling. That's where it's going to give you that purpose and help you to hit that full potential. So make sure that you don't get discouraged if you don't immediately see a paycheck. Building a business takes time, but it is so rewarding and so worth it. I hope that you step into these. The example that I liked for this weekly content was my husband listens to a lot of Dave Ramsey. And I thought it's so interesting how his brand is teaching these same 7 steps. He teaches how to become debt-free and he teaches them over and over in his content. It's not like he has a new concept or a new strategy. He's teaching the same thing, this foundation over and over, helping families to become debt-free, sharing their stories, highlighting what were the steps that they took, what step are they at, how did they implement it? He's able to interview them. And his weekly content is engaging, it's exciting, and I feel like you continue to learn even though it's the same topic. It's always about becoming debt-free, but you're able to learn more and more each time. So I really liked that example of weekly content and consistency in solving that single problem. Step number 5, you're getting so close to the end of your business. Now keep in mind that steps 1 through 4 could take a year before you get to this step 5, or you could do step 5 in month 2. It's just all up to you and how you want to spend your time and how you want to grow, what speed you want to grow at. Number 5 is to create an offer. Now an offer isn't 30 minutes of coaching for 12 weeks. It's not the details like that. Your offer is the transformation that your audience member, your client, your customer, your student has because of your product. So for example, Amy Porterfield has a course, Digital Course Academy, and the transformation that happens is by the end of the course, you've created and launched your own digital course. That's it. An example of my own course, Beyond Teaching Online, by the end of the course, you've set up and created your own profitable YouTube channel. I teach not only how to set up your YouTube channel, but how to monetize it and turn it into a business. That's the end outcome. So with your offer, it's not the specifics. I have 8 modules, there's 7 hours of listening. Yes, that's part of my offer. Yes, that's the actual product, but what's the transformation? And then you can package it how you want. Maybe you're going to offer one-on-one coaching. Maybe you're going to offer small group coaching. Maybe you're going to tutor on your own. Maybe you're going to package it into a service. You do video editing, or maybe you create their website or their Instagram. You do their social media. You're a social media content creator. Or maybe you package it into a digital course. You take your expertise that you did one-on-one and you package it into a course that you can sell over and over. That's the vehicle that your offer is moving. That's the way that you choose to deliver it. However, your offer is the transformation that your client or student or customer has. And so don't get so caught up on, okay, should it be 8 modules? Okay, should it be one-on-one coaching? What is the transformation you want them to see? And then you can decide what fits best with your schedule and also with your students to get the best results. Would that be coaching? Would that be small group? And you can transition from one and then grow, learn, grow, automate. Number 6 is to build a funnel. And I wanted to use my business funnel as an example to clarify what I mean by this. And no, it is not the funnel that helps me get all the flour to whatever I'm making. I don't bake, so I don't think you use a funnel for flour. It's probably a liquid that goes in there. Okay. For mine, like an example for a funnel is I have my free YouTube content. So I offer value. I research these topics. I make sure that I'm serving my audience. I'm helping them get from point A to point B. And then I also have a call to action. My call to action is to grab my freebie. And when you grab my free guide to building a profitable YouTube channel, you're added to my email list. So that allows me to send you weekly emails and build a relationship that goes deeper and it continues to serve you. I feel as though the free content gives you the foundation. It gives you that understanding of what is she talking about, how is she helping us. You have a foundational understanding, and then it allows you to go even deeper because now that you're on the email list, I can invite you to a masterclass or a webinar. And with the webinar, step 3, I teach you for 50 minutes, an hour on that specific topic. So I'll teach you specifically about creating searchable content on YouTube if you're an educator, and that's how I'm serving you. And then at the end, I'm able to explain what is my offer. And for me, it would be a digital course, a coaching package. So at the end, I'm able to tell you the price and the packaging, the vehicle for this offer. But the transformation is you will build a profitable YouTube channel at the end. So let's go over that funnel again. Free content. They get on my email list because they grab a free guide. And then I'm able to nurture that email list, build a deeper relationship, send you to a free training, so offering more valuable content that dives even deeper because it's an hour. And then I'm able to offer in that free content my course, my digital course. Or maybe you want to offer coaching. Instead of a webinar, you could do a consultation call and say that I offer a coaching package and this is how it's set up. So there's so many routes to go. I think that it just kind of helps to see what is the exact funnel that you can build in the business. And if you're thinking, where do I even get started? Okay, I can see the big picture and how you explain that. My biggest tip is to have a mentor, to purchase a course of your own to learn. Make sure that you're learning as you see a light bulb and you're like, yes, I want to build a business as an online educator. Then instead of piecing it together yourself, reach out to a mentor. Let me know in the comments if this is something that you want to do. Your feedback is so valuable to me because it allows me to create content that's going to help you get further from point A to point B. I want to give you steps. I want to dive deep onto these things so that I can serve you and help you more. Let me know in the comments below, is this something that you want to learn more about? And if you have not grabbed my free guide, The Profitable YouTube Channel, I'll link it below. It teaches you 5 steps to start building your own profitable YouTube channel. And my biggest tip is to use it. You'll download it and say, I'll do it next month. I'm homeschooling now. I'll do it over fall break. It will always be busy. There will never be a perfect time. Once you download the guide, start using it because you're building that foundation, that understanding. And as you build that foundation, you'll be ready when my course opens, or you'll be ready when maybe a mentor has an offer that you're interested in, so you can take those next steps in your business. But my biggest recommendation is, yes, get a coach, have a mentor. It doesn't mean they have to meet with you one-on-one. These YouTube videos, that's an example of having a mentor, having someone that is an expert in that topic to help you out. All right, guys, that was it for today. Just so that you know, we have launched our shop. Woo, woo, woo. Hey Sunshine Shop, and we have teacher shirts, we have background maps, we have pom-pom balls, right? We've been blown away with your love and your support for our shop. Thank you so much. We appreciate you. You can go to heysunshineshop.com, and it's the same shop. It was nancytaylorshop.com before. We wanted this name change because we want to represent the inspiration and the joy that teachers bring to the lives of those they educate, that they teach, and we wanted our brand name to represent that. So we chose Hey Sunshine Shop. So go check it out. We appreciate your support. Thank you for listening to this video. Check out the videos that are recommended here at the end, and I'll catch you in next week's video. Much love.